class quiz. How do you know what class you are in D&D? Like you, for real, in real life. Or you can do this with a character too. This great book that I got out of the library, Kat Kruger. Check this out. She wrote this great book. She's got a quiz in here. I think it might be fun to take. So let's do this. So, okay, it says here, what better way to figure out what your class is than by taking a fun quiz? Questions below, blah, 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 meant to get your basic personality traits, views, attitudes towards 12 classes. Like everything in this book's quiz is similar to a deck of many things. It's not magical, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's take it. When faced with a problem, you usually smash things, meditate, talk things out, read up on possible solutions. Well, I usually either meditate or I'm not a smasher. A problem. Read up on possible solutions. I do B or D. So I'm gonna go 1, B or D. And here, let's see what it says here. That's right. No one. So if you know in your heart of hearts that you're a charismatic bard, then go ahead and skip ahead. Blah, blah, blah. I am a charismatic bard. But let's say, I'm going to say I do B, C, and D. Someone keeps stealing your lunch from the office fridge. You make 2 lunches to go forward. Post an angry note on the fridge. Hold a meeting about it. Stake out the kitchen until you catch the culprit. I don't know. I've never had this happen. I wouldn't do A. I might do B. I'd probably do C. And I might do D. I'd probably do B, C, or D, but most likely C, I think. No, I might do D. I'd probably handle it myself. How would your friends describe your personality? Empathetic, resourceful, gifted, ambitious. I think people would say I'm gifted. Maybe all of them. But I think gifted would be number 1. All right, let's see what we got here. You win the lottery. What do you do with your earnings? Buy an enormous home library? Yeah, probably. Buy a cottage? No. Donate most of it to charity and share it with friends. Buy a private island and throw a party for your closest friends. It's probably A, C, or D. I'd probably do A. So I think I'm an A on that one. Buy the library. You're at your best when you're training and achieving mastery, surrounded by nature, tending to your soul, engaged with innovative endeavors. All of these, but I think it's D. Engaged with innovative endeavors. It's been a rough day. How do you unwind? Go for a run, hang out with friends, yoga, read a book. I'm going to say go for a run. Which person are you in the friend group? The parent, the smart one, the mischievous one, the athletic one? Definitely the smart one. There's no doubt. So let's see. I got to make sure I got a clear answer for 1 and 2. So when faced with a problem, usually I meditate. And then sometimes I read up on possible solutions. Let's go with meditate. And then this one, I'm going to go with D. All right, check the boxes in the grid with your answers, then tally the results. Okay. The class with the most check marks. Okay, so tally. I don't understand. Answer key. Check the boxes in the grid below with your answers. Oh, I see. Okay, so I see. Okay, cool. So here's our answers. So we need a grid like this. So we go like B, B, C, D, F, M, P, R, R, S, W, W. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, all right. So for number 1, if you answer B, you check cleric, monk, druid, monk. Cleric, druid, monk. Okay. So I'm going to do them all. All right. So C is bard, paladin, ranger, rogue. Bard, paladin, ranger, rogue. See, I can already tell that I'm not a barbarian. D is warlock and wizard. Okay, so, all right. So number 2 is, here, hang on one sec. Okay, sorry, I had to take care of a thing. So the, all right, so second question was the one about somebody taking your lunch. So I said D. So I'm a ranger, rogue, or warlock because I'm like watching out. Ranger, rogue, or warlock because I'm watching out to see who did it. Now, I had other ones there too. Okay, now number 3 was definitely C. So I was a bard, sorcerer, or wizard. So what was 3? 3 was, oh, how would people describe your personality? Gifted, for sure. So that was 3. So bard, sorcerer, wizard. Bard, sorcerer. That's the first sorcerer. Or wizard. Or wait. Sorcerer. Yeah, that's for sorcerer. 2 was ranger, rogue, warlock. Make sure that's on the right one. Wizard. Okay, so 4 was A. So 4 was build a library for if you want a lot of money. So a library is for bard or wizard. Yeah. I could see myself as a bard or wizard. It looks like bard or wizard is winning right now. Although rogue and ranger is a close second. Number 5, you're at your best when you're engaged in innovative endeavors. And that's bard, sorcerer, wizard. Bard, sorcerer, wizard. Bard and wizard. I think I'm multi-classed here. That was 5. 6. It's been a rough day. How do you unwind? Go for a run. That's barbarian, fighter, ranger. Barbarian, fighter. Got one. Ranger. And then 7 is B. 7 is, I'm the smart one in the group. So smart one is B. Cleric, druid, warlock, wizard. Cleric. Oh, I got a druid in there. Warlock. Wizard. All right, so according to this, I'm a wizard. 5 for wizard. 4 for bard. 3 for warlock. And 3 for ranger. So it looks like bard, wizard. Wizard, bard. I'm a wizard bard, according to this. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, I do have a lot of sedentary activities where I like study and do things like that. But I also have this whole other outgoing side where like I do YouTube. But YouTube's kind of the both, right? So YouTube is like you do these videos, you make these videos by yourself, but you're doing them for an audience, which is weird. So you guys out there, like, give me a comment. All right, now let's go back, though, and see the ones that, like, I would have said A, B, and D. I would have said number 2, B and C as well. So let's go number 2, B, and C. So if I put in B and C in 2, we got barbarian, fighter, sorcerer. Barbarian, fighter, sorcerer again. And then C is bard, cleric, paladin. Bard, cleric, paladin. And then that was all of them. Yeah, see, that's too many. Yeah, I guess wizard. Okay, so I'm a wizard cleric. Patrick is a wizard bard. All right. What did you guys score? Did you guys take the test? And if you did, what did you score? Let me know. Okay, so what does this tell me? All right. It tells me if I'm a bard, I am deeply intuitive and a jack of all trades who can fill many roles. Well, I don't know about the deeply intuitive stuff, but I'm definitely a jack of all trades and I can fill many roles. And then here it says my primary ability is charisma. That was always true. Not always, but that was true after I reinvented myself several times. Traits. Well, I was a bartender. Like, of course it was charisma. Can't remember if you dreamt of it or it actually happened. To me, that's very funny. To me, the imaginative life is, I mean, I can distinguish between the two. I know the difference. But I remember reading somewhere that the brain doesn't know the difference on some level, whether you've seen something in a movie, dreamt it, or experienced it. So be careful what you expose yourself to. Stay on this channel where everything's nice and wholesome. Excessively romantic. Well, yeah, that's pretty true. Vacillate between pride in your work and imposter syndrome. Sometimes. Doesn't everybody have imposter syndrome at sometimes? Wasn't it Ricky Gervais? He said that once you figure out everybody's faking it, everything's so much easier. Wizard, your industrious dedication to practical knowledge makes you a reliable font of information. True. I read books. I remember what I read in the books. I apply it to my life. So, like, we were just talking about stoicism at lunch the other day. I was able to pull up quotes. My friend, found a quote of the day yesterday and texted me a picture of it. And it was, verbatim what I told him at lunch. So, good example there. Trait. Have books, will travel. Yes. Detail-oriented, sometimes to a fault. Nah. Hardest worker in the room. My wife's a harder worker than I am, I have to admit. I work pretty hard at stuff. I really do. But then I also know when to take it easy. So I think I'm more of a bard than a wizard. But it's cool to multi-class. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.